Alrighty, welcome back to the channel. You know that I don't like long introductions, so we're just gonna go ahead and get straight into the reading. Okay. So we have the energy of someone not wanting to accept a cup. So it might be a cup of love, romance. It could be platonic loves. Somebody is in this energy of not wanting to accept something. And this is going to push somebody on a new journey where they're going to be working harder. But it seems like it's not going to pan out in a way that is going to bring great happiness. In fact, it seems like, this not accepting of something will bring more sadness or just unhappiness. See what do we have here. Ooh. Can you give me more information about this? Actually, no, let's continue. So we have the King of Wands energy, and this is someone who is pretty much building their own kingdom, or who has built their own kingdom. Someone who has branched off from another authority or from another group, and they have decided to move forward in the future. They have great ideas, grand ideas about the future. They can be idealistic, but they also follow through because they see the future. They see the goodness that can come with incorporating new ideas. And this person may not be well liked. Well, actually, it's both. Sometimes, depending on the person, they're either loved or they're hated. And this type of person can cause a lot of fighting. But they're upright. So they do want the best for their people and themselves. And there's someone who refuses to change. It's very hard for them to transform. Some people have this great fear of change, and this might be the group. Someone has a great fear of change. Honestly, I feel like this person at the top here is who I'm reading for. Someone wanted to go on a new journey. They're not accepting something. They're going on a new journey, and they think they can work hard, but it's not going to really, it's not going to give anything. Like, somebody's not going to be happy doing this, and it's important for someone to accept something from the universe. There's somebody's taking something for granted. They're not thoroughly looking at the cup. They may be suspicious of the cup. They may not be trusting of the cup. They may even think that the cups are idealistic, like, oh, we can't do that, how can we do that? And so they're parting from this ideal. But someone also, this group they're having a hard time accepting the death of something, accepting the end of something, and they are not transforming in that way. It's going to be very important for someone to give to their younger self, give to their inner child. And I think once you realize that this new change, this new cup that's being offered isn't something to hinder or harm, like this is to help people move forward in their lives, including you, you'll be able to accept it better and have a victory in this situation. I want to get more on this situation. Like, what is not being accepted? So someone is not accepting this type of energy that has structure, They're not accepting. And it reminds me of a type of person. Like this person is about action. They put things together. You know, someone has an idea and this person capitalizes off of this idea. It's about moving forward. And somebody may not want to move forward with their ideas. And that's what's causing this, I want to say misfortune. But whatever is happening, it's not turning in a good way. It's not turning in a good way. And I can say that because the sun in reverse is also on the table. Someone is going on a new journey. And I feel like someone's going to be working hard. But just because you're working hard doesn't mean that you're gonna be happy in the end. It's almost like somebody wants to live in la la land in a sense. There's somebody out there who believes that hard work is gonna pay off. And I just want to let you know that that is not always the case. Some of the most hardworking people get nothing in return. And it's because you're not balanced in this. There's no balance. The temperance in reverse, there's no balance in this work. Someone is trying to hold on to a tradition that no longer is, it's no longer a part of this world. Like people, back in the day, people can work, and that's only some people. Certain people, you know what I'm talking about. Like, you know, certain groups are not allowed to have certain things. They had a lot of segregation back then where people weren't getting paid their fair share, and even still now people aren't getting paid their fair share. But somebody's been manipulated, tricked into this belief that hard work pays off. And that is not always the case. And it's almost like somebody doesn't want to accept that this new way of life or this new idea where you have to actually build a structure is the way to go. And this not accepting of this new way, and someone's moving on, but they're not looking ahead of themselves. They're not actually looking at where they're going. Again, someone has their head in the clouds in this situation. Someone's not looking down. They're not paying attention to how they're moving. They think that, well, you know, I'm just going to grind and work hard and I'll be okay. And this person is still moving forward with very little enthusiasm. Like someone's moving forward they feel very obligated. Like this is an obligation. Like the way that they have to work or live, they feel very obligated to this way of life. And you're not obligated. The Knight of Cups usually is about giving love, and it's not love just to give love. It's about reciprocity. They want the reciprocity. They want it back. And they're still moving forward. They might not be the fastest of the knights, but they still are moving forward. It's almost like instead of changing directions and doing something different, someone wants to continue doing the same things that they've been doing and expecting a different result. I feel like someone had the opportunity to move forward in a different way, but they chose to not accept that. They chose not to accept the new way, this new idea, this new form of love that was being offered. Well, when I say love, I don't necessarily mean romance. There's a Queen of Wands and a King of Wands in this. And they're both very, well, the Queen of Wands is a very, very loving energy. Very loving and like very motherly type of energy. One of the most loving energies amongst the queens. So it seems like two people have they have good hearts. Whoever this person is, whatever the environment that they're in, they have good intentions. But good intentions without discernment isn't going to get you where you want to be. I feel like this group of people that was offering something, they may seem like they're kind of young. They may seem like they're just passionate, but I think they have a lot to offer in the transformation that will help others give back to their younger selves, and it's going to cause a victory. I feel like these two are in opposition with each other. I feel like this group right here was trying to offer this person, who I think I'm reading for, a different perspective on things. Something that would actually fulfill them, but they decided not to take it and decided to go down this. It's almost like this person was almost convinced, but then they changed their minds at the last minute and went down this usual path that they're used to. This was a path that wasn't going to bring them anything. A path that wasn't... I don't know who needs to hear this, but we are not in the time where... I don't think we've ever been in that time. Some people got lucky, honestly. A lot of people got lucky. But we're not in the old times anymore. And I think someone needs to accept that. Someone thinks if they just keep going, they just keep working, and they just keep going, that something they'll get out of it. And it's no. You have to actually be strategic. Whatever this other group was saying, this group knows exactly what they're talking about. You have to change. You have to change your way of living, like your way of life. It is a different world now. Could you give me more on this Ace of Cups? Give me more about this Ace of Cups. Someone has a decision to make, and it's almost like someone feels very blinded to this decision. It's wrapping up this sentiment, this old sentiment that no longer is going to be a part of our reality anymore. It's wrapping it up. The universe is closing out on how the world used to be. And I mean how the world used to be like a couple months ago. I could say 2024 was, people were still doing this and still being able to be a little okay. But our world is significantly changing. The way that we've moved in life is coming to an end, and you have to make a decision on whether you're going to continue to do the same things you've been doing that hasn't gotten you anywhere, or if you're going to adapt to the new environments that we have. Down here, this group is about working together. This is about giving to others as well as yourself, working in community with others, and this is going to bring victory. But if you decide to go down the same path of just working by yourself and working hard and not accepting the cups that other people are trying to give you, you are going to be very unhappy, because we're coming into a new world. This is a new world that we're going into. And it's a scary world. Again, it's a scary world, and it's going to be very heartbreaking, because we no longer live in that world anymore. And I think it's really funny that I said that this type of person, like this walking into this energy, is going to be important. Building things is going to be important. It's not enough to just have the ideas. You actually have to follow through with the build. And the Emperor is a fire sign. That's an Aries energy. And guess who we have down here? This King of Wands and this King of Wands and this Queen of Wands down here. There's some type of like fire, passionate energy that some people are having. You may see them as immature because you're so used to things being one way, but they know a lot more, and they're willing to do a lot more than to keep doing the same things over and over again, just working hard and not getting anything in return, because you're not balanced. And someone's also not patient. You're going to have to learn the art of delayed gratification. Maybe you started something and it didn't show results in enough time, but you're going to have to be patient. Someone out there they're pretending like everything is fine when it's not. Everything is not fine. Things are changing, and I feel like people are afraid of the change. Some people some people, this has to deal with someone's childhood that someone doesn't want to look at. And there's just moving forward energy. All of this to me is just mental. This to me is very, very mental energy. Someone is moving forward, but they're also trying to pretend like everything is fine when it's not. Damn. And it seems like someone is trying to move away from this instability. They're trying to move away from being left out in the cold. And they're trying to move away from fighting. Like somebody doesn't want to fight, but you think that you can escape whatever this is. But how long can you run before it catches up to you? You can try your damnedest to run as far as you want so that you can pretend that everything is fine, but it's going to catch up to you. No matter where you go, this is going to follow you. Because it's not a problem of one place. This is something that's haunting. It's something that is going to follow you wherever you go, not because of who you are, but because of how the world is. And I think that's what makes somebody really terrified. Because someone thinks, how long before this catches up to me? You gotta face it. Like the Six of Swords is supposed to be moving on to calmer waters, but this is right behind the everything is fine card. And I feel like someone's trying to escape something mentally so that they don't have to think about it. So that they don't have to do anything different. And they're pretending like everything is fine. You can only run but so much. I think these people down here have a great strategy. Like the strategy is moving forward. It is like you have to have some type of passion to change things. You have to. The world is changing. And these people have the passion. They have the passion, they have the motivation, and they want to change the world, but it seems like people are fighting them at every chance they get. And there is some happiness to be had. There is some good times to be had in this situation. That's the thing. There is some happiness to be had. Unfortunately, there is someone who's not grounded in their emotions. Someone who might be a little manipulative, might use their emotions against others. I have a Cancer energy out here as well. But it's someone who's refusing to move forward and to look for their cups. It seems more like someone is willing to walk away or drive away or move away from the problems rather than searching for what they really want. You're moving away from the problem. You're not trying to find a solution. The solution is the cup. Like this person walks away to find the missing cup, to complete what's already been. But it seems like somebody just wants to walk away. They don't want to actually find it. It's almost like they're not actually moving forward. They're staying stagnant, but they're running away at the same time. Kind of like how somebody, instead of addressing the deeper issues that they have emotionally, they'll do everything else to distract themselves, running away from their emotions. And again, I get this energy of somebody trying to walk away from a problem that they have. They don't want to address the bigger problems. They don't want to stay to help fix the bigger problems. They just don't want to think about it. Somebody wants to pretend like everything is fine, even though it's not. And no matter where you go, it's going to affect you. It's almost like somebody wants to run away, but it's going to find you. It's going to find you because you need to stop being stagnant in the energy. And this is what's making somebody emotionally unstable too. You're not even able to give in the ways that you should. You're not able to show up for others in the way that you should and be the leader that you should because of it. But if you actually address things, you can be in harmony with others and yourself. And I truly think that harmony is back with those other people who are trying to give you a better way to look at life and a better way to move through life. But somebody just didn't want to, they didn't have any belief. They didn't have any like hope. They didn't have any hope in the situation. And in fact, they were more combative. And when I think about the wands cards, I don't see any wands over here. So y'all ain't have no hope. The hope is down here. The hope and the victory is down here with these people. I don't know if somebody sees a group of people as below them or beneath them or too idealistic or too young. Whatever the case is, these people have good ideas. And I don't know why you don't want to work with them. I don't know what is the reluctancy of looking at something different, being able to recognize that you no longer live in this world anymore. The world that we used to live in is over. It is over. It's finito. It's done. It's coming to an end, and it's coming to an end very, very quickly. This is one of those like sink or float moments. And you're going to need others. I think somebody does. This is something that does keep somebody like realizes their mortality. Because this cup, the Four of Swords cup, is really about being in this, like, it's almost like being in, usually the traditional is like being in a casket. Someone thinking about their mortality before they have to go out and go for a battle. Or maybe someone's coming back from the battle and being grateful for all the things that they've gone through. And I think someone is afraid to look at their mortality. And I think when you're confronted with this group and having to change and thinking about how the world is becoming a very scary place right now, I think this scares someone, and someone doesn't want to look at their mortality. They don't want to look at how life is going to change for them and how it could affect them. Somebody wants to ignore it and keep moving. They just want to keep going. They don't want to actually stop and take in what's happening. And that's the problem. Someone doesn't want to stop and look at what's happening in the world, and you need to. Somebody is moving around their life, and you're gonna wait until someone is until the problem is knocking at your door. You're gonna keep running until you're tackled. And this other group is giving you an option to not wait, to do something now about it. You can only hold this off for so long before it comes to your door, before you're the person that's filming atrocities. You can only run from it for so long. Is it heartbreaking? Yes. It is heartbreaking. But if you were to look around and be honest with yourself about the world that we live in, you can take steps to helping not only yourself but others, and others will help you. You're so afraid to look at what's happening around you. Whether you like it or not, you're going to be met with it. You better be prepared. People are not asking you to sit and suffer. They're asking you to open your eyes and take steps forward to change things. To move with others, to build with others, to not only just say there's a problem that needs to be fixed, but to actually take steps towards fixing the damn problem. Not just pretending like everything is fine and keep moving like everything is fine. It's like you watching the water come up to your house. Like you're watching from afar. And it's this going slow. And you're not doing anything to stop it. Nothing. You have time. But instead of like doing anything effective, you feel like there's nothing to do. Like you can't do anything, and you damn sure enough can. And these people offer that, but that requires you to actually look at your mortality and look at how we're all gonna die. I hate to say this, and this is like I hate it, but it's like we're the end of this. That is what it is. We're all going to perish at some point. Why spend your time terrified and suffering the whole way through when you can collaborate with others, people who have the passion, who have the drive, who have the inspiration and the ideas? You can move with these people. They're not crazy. They're not idealistic. They want the best for others, and they're willing to put in the work to do it. Even if they're obnoxious while doing it, they're willing to do it. I just get this feeling that someone is just watching. They're just watching the water slowly rise, and they're pretending like the water isn't even there. Somebody else is saying, hey, look, the house is flooding. We got time. Let's prepare. Let's do X, Y, Z. And you don't want to look at it. You just want to dance. Y'all don't want to hear people. You just want to dance. There is time for celebration. There is time to have a good time. There is. But if you keep ignoring things, you won't have the time to do that anymore. You won't have it because it'll be taken from you. It'll be taken from you. All the things you think that if you keep going, eventually things are going to pan out, and that's not how that works. People actually have to do things in order for things to pan out the way that they want it to pan out. It's time for you to do something. And these idealists, they have the right idea. They have a better plan than you do. I hate to say it, but they do. You think just because it's not affecting you right now and that you can move here and do this, that eventually it's not going to catch up, and I bet you it will. I bet you it will. I bet you it will. Because the new world that we're going into, the work that you're doing is never going to be enough. Because it's not about doing work, it's about exploiting people. That's what that is about. And you are the person being exploited. You're the person being exploited. You're the person being exploited. You have no balance in this work that you're doing. It's not making you happy. You're being exploited. And these people know that. These people know that. They're trying to tell you what to do. They're trying to give you some guidelines, but you think they're foolish. You think they're foolish. You gotta be the justice. You gotta be the justice. These people are preparing for the attack. They're preparing for the sneaky and the shady and the bad things that are headed towards them, because they know that there are people out there who are willing to steal and hurt and be malicious and do bad things. They also know how to protect themselves down here. These people know how to do it. I don't know what's going to get whoever this is to move forward, but you are the justice. So many of y'all be waiting on imaginary friends to make things right in the world, and it's not going to happen. You actually have to do something. You think justice comes out of nowhere? With all these innocent people sitting up in jail, you think that justice comes out of nowhere? No, you got to fight for it. If you want justice, you have to be a part of it. You have to say something. You have to speak up. You have to do something about it. It's not enough to wish. It's not enough to hope. It's not enough to pray. You actually have to do something. You have to be a part of this. You are a part of this world. Your inaction, as well as others' inaction, is what's going to bring about a world where there's no justice. If you want justice, then you have to be a part of it. You are an active, living participant in this world, so act like it. Act like it. There's no justice without people doing something, and you are people. You are the people. You are the people. You are the people. We talk about systemic issues, but there are names behind those systemic issues. People are saying, oh, this is bigger, it's the system doesn't work out. Well, guess what? People make that system up. People back that system up. Who are the people? You are one of the people. You are one of the people. And these people down here, they want change. They're willing to move forward with it. They're willing to move forward with it. You got to do something different. You got to do something different. It's not enough to just hope for good things to happen. You think people got their rights by begging and pleading with people? You think people got their rights for hoping and praying and wishing? You need to bring back the true arts of ancestors. The true arts. Because people fought for their rights. They fought long and hard. They didn't beg, they didn't plead for them. And if you think that's all they did, then you are consuming a history of the victors. People didn't wait back then. They did what was necessary. They did what was necessary. They did right by the people. They did it. They took matters into their own hands. You're waiting for criminals to give you justice, and that's the problem. You're waiting for criminals to do the right thing, and that's the problem. You're waiting for bad people to do the right thing, and that's the problem. You think that it's just going to work out? It's not. You got to be a participant in this. You got to be a part of it. Not just you, but people in general. We're too laxed. You're too relaxed and feeling too hopeless in a situation where you have power. You just have to be with the right people. And there are people who want to do it. They're here. You got leaders. You got people who will be on the front lines. What are you doing? Everybody has different roles, and you have to play your role. You're not going to have the outcome that you want. And the people that you leave behind will also suffer. So if you got kids, if you got nieces or nephews or people that you care about, you got to do something. Or they will be left with nothing. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and end this. I really hope you have a good morning, a good afternoon, a good evening, a good night, wherever you are in the world. And I'll see you in the next one.